Level 70, uninvited. Lena Murilla appears to have been awaiting your arrival for quite some time. Silly, where in the world have you been? Did you not receive Alma's summons? Principal Lexendale's research into the Aura site may have finally borne fruit. We must hurry to the Prima Vista before they embark on some grand and perilous adventure without us. If you would follow me to the shuttle, good lady. Toward the Prima Vista, yes. Silly, Lady Melrilla, thank you for answering my summons. Master Garland was kind enough to send for an Archon from Charlian, and I thought it only right that you be present to hear her findings. To be frank, summoning Makoto was more Ishtola's idea. I simply came along to see what light she could shed on his mystery. I am Makoto of House Jinba, a Doman, though my years in Charlian have made me a stranger here. You must be Zili Lazati, fabled liberator of men, slayer of false gods, warrior of light. I thought you'd be taller. I mean, you're no moon breeder. Let us speak of the crystal. Ahem. The Otius, one of but many Auracite shards that has aided noble Delia's rise to regent. My apologies. The Odious is no ordinary crystal, even discounting its obvious historical importance. The specimen is more than a simple manifestation of elementally aspected energies. It is rather an ethereal lodestone whose facilitation of both the absorption and transmission of distinct frequency NRR-type harmonic vibrations has been observed to promote ethereal amplification. The resultant neuroharmonic disturbance allows for a highly unique emittance of CPRS waves that, instead of radiating outward with the determinate factors of dispersal, instead resonate inward at a frequency so labored my estimates place the rate of VRT decay at upwards of several centuries, though I must admit I lack sufficient variance to complete a truly comprehensive graphical assessment, so it implodes, not explodes. While that explanation may elicit admiring nods from your professors at the Academy, it will earn you only blank looks here. Take a deep breath and try again, this time in a language those of us without the echo might comprehend. Aren't you like a genius engineer? My apologies, I merely thought. Apologies will see us no nearer to an answer. A simpler explanation will. Simpler, right. Ether is not only the building block of all things material, but those immaterial as well. Thoughts, memories, feelings, one's very will are all understood to be ethereal phenomena and can be measured as such, unlike most crystals which can only emit elemental energy. Auracite is tuned not only to absorb ether, but ether specific to the immaterial. The ether is then stored and multiplied within its crystalline confines until external stimuli precipitate release. Try again. Under appropriate conditions, a strong will or desire can become imprinted upon the auracite and stored until fomentation, at which time the desire becomes manifest. The wishing stone. What my studious young friend is trying to say is that Odious takes one's deepest fantasies and makes them reality. Yeah. Yes, that is simpler. You may choose to think of it as a process akin to that of summoning a primal. There being one marked difference, primal summoning requires a supplemental energy source, such as a horde of elementally charged crystals. Auracite, on the other hand, has the capacity to serve as its own source of power. hell am I saying? We know that from Derai papers that Argath was never king of Ivalice. He was slain in battle during the War of the Lions. Yet the Argath encountered during the recent expedition carried himself as if he had been crowned regent. I believe this was merely the Auracite in his possession realizing his desire to rule. I am informed that he uttered the same words over and over again for the duration of the confrontation which unfolded. If that is the case, it is possible that it was not actually Argath who uttered them, but the Auracite itself. The Derai papers are accurate. Argath was a weak and petty noble who believed that his blood entitled him to power. The Auracite took that belief and twisted it into an abomination we, Zilly, put to the sword. Then you are saying the crystal could prove a threat? The Auracite, Alma, and not necessarily. Ramses seemed to fare well enough. There is no record of the young regent being manipulated by the artifacts he gathered. In the hands of the just, the Auracite should prove harmless, even beneficial. Paraphrase, it is not the weapon that kills, but the one who wields it. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh yes, it was Emperor Galvus's justification for taking the marvels of Magitech and applying them to the manufacture of arms, where, after all, was the harm if it allowed him to bring order to the three great continents. You draw an intriguing parallel, Master Garland. The properties of these crystals are so singular, I do begin to wonder if they, like Magitech, are products of science and not nature. They were created by someone too. But who? What manner of person would even be capable of such a feat? Now that is an interesting question, the answer to which I look forward to hearing. Regrettably, I have pressing matters to attend to elsewhere. Fear not, however, Mikoto's insight will prove far more beneficial than anything I might accidentally contribute. Good day to you all. What I don't understand is if the Duma was imprinted with Argoth's deepest desires, and whose desires are rattling about inside the Otius? I had the self-same question, and thus conducted a thorough inspection of the crystal upon my arrival. The results were inconclusive. Traces of ethereal activity were present, but to all intents and purposes, the vessel was empty. Empty, but what of the voices I heard? Voices? I heard nothing of the sort. The only voices you heard, Alma, were in your stubborn head. Ramza, why won't you? Shall we speak of voices, then? What of yours, Alma, or resonant voice of dissent? You have done naught but question the wisdom of our research from the moment we left Garlemald. Would you put your petty worries above our family's calling? No, I would never. You would never? Then why involve a gossip monger, a goody two-shoes, in this flying mole? Please tell me you can see that. Hello, Mr. Moogle. Excuse me. Am I interrupting? Oh, please do go on. My acceptance into your fine troops' ranks can wait until I have said their piece. All have said their piece. Kupo. Guards, get this. Mont Blanc. The name is Mont Blanc. Denizen of Dalmasca's desert. Seeker of thrills. Adventurer extraordinaire. But you may call me Mont Blanc. Kupo. Oh, Mont Blanc was from Final Fantasy XII. Dalmasca has long been known as a melting pot for myriad cultures, where minor races such as the Sikh, the Banga, and the Viera might live in a relative harmony with the Yer, Elazin, and others. Yet there is no record of prominent Mughal population. That's likely because we are neither prominent nor populous. My people are nomadic by nature, ever drawn to the elusive frontier and the freedom she promises, Kupo. Mughal? Of course I'm a Mughal, Kupo. You'd think the adorable wings in the fluffy palm would have given it away. Now, about my admission to the Majestic. I will allow no such thing. The Majestic is the Empire's premier theater company. We will not sully its good name by granting refuge to a fluttering ball of fur. And furthermore, how in the world did this abomination board the Prima Vista in the first place? By means of his wings, were I to guess. As for his admission to our company, I do not seem to recall race, creed, or allegiance on my list of prerequisites, do you? No, Father. Very well then, Mont Blanc. What is exactly that calls you to the stage? Our stage. What else? The Zodiac Brave story, Kupo. Never before have I witnessed something so amazing, so moving. Sitting, well, technically hovering there in the audience as the story unfolded around me, I knew I was witnessing something special, something positively transcendental. Kupo. It was then that I realized I either had to be a part of it or go to my grave a bitter and broken Moogle. Was this realization before or after you swore to simply had to become the realm's greatest marauder, Kupo? Hurdy, how did you? Perhaps you'd have more success at running away if you didn't reveal your grand designs to every other fool you happen to meet, Kupo. Was it not but 20 nights ago you took up the axe, Kupo? And now here you are professing your passion for the stage before carving even a single notch in your heft. Do you not remember, to he who churns the butter goes the sweetest bread? But how is one to savor such buttered bread if his head is in the belly of a fearsome beast? You accused me of giving up when I merely came to the realization that continuing would end in failure. Only through a change of course could I reach my final destination, Kupo. And that destination is what, Mummer? Are you sure it is not Geomancer, Arithmetician, Templar? Do not bother answering, Kupo. We all know you'll be singing a different tune come cockcrow. As were you mistaken, Hurdy. I was destined to be a thespian. I can feel it in my fur. The role of Dilita was made for me, Kupo. Kupo, enough. The actors in our company trained at the Empire's finest institutes. They represent the pinnacle of the profession, not only in Garlemald, but across the entire world. A vagrant bat mole like you could never hope to share a stage with such artists, let alone play the part of a hero like Dalita. You yourself admitted you were too craven to face a solitary beast. How do you imagine you would fare against a pack of theater critics? Any troop would need proof of valor before it could even consider. Craven, call me a cheat and call me a cur, but do not, sir, call me a craven. I accept your challenge. Slay but one foul beast by my own hand, and the Majestic Theater Company will accept me into its ranks, Kupo. Wait, I issued no such. You are all here witnesses, Kupo. When I return with the head of a terrible beast in my gore-stained hands, you will be honor-bound to welcome me, Mont Blanc the Mummer, into the fabled ranks of the Majestic. Good day. Wonderful. What do we do now? What do? We do nothing. That Batmole wishes to throw himself on the horns of a stampeding zoo. I will not stand in his way. I believe the proper term of derogation is mole bat, and I should warn you, Moogles do not take kindly to those who use it. Why must you always put yourself above others, brother? Did you learn nothing from Argyle's wretched example? Mont Blanc would never set off on this fool's errand had you not made the challenge. If anything befalls my brother, his blood will be on your hands. Dilly, you're the only one among us capable of locating Mont Blanc and preventing disaster. On behalf of my brother, I beg your assistance. Let's go save the Moogle now. My brother can be rather simple-minded when it comes to such matters. Thinking to impress the Warrior of Light and her companions, Mont Blanc would likely choose the scene of your recent exploits to prove his worth, meaning Rabanaster, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon my language, but that Ramza really is an incurable little prick, is he not? How dare he speak to his sister and the Moogle in that manner? I couldn't decide which was worse, the things he said or the way the principal sat back and let him say them. I suppose it is none of our concern. For now, let us concentrate on the task at hand, finding that Moogle before he does something we'll all regret. Would say we start nearby. Pier 2, perhaps? Gotta go to Pier 2. So many exits. Not like a either right near here. Here to here to Kaze Holster. Tenzin. The Falcon Porter tells us that he set a traveling blacksmith away to Yangzhe, not a bell passed. And why would that be of interest to us, you ask? Because said peddler of iron and steel was seen to be carrying a bag stuffed with the brim with, I quote, albino mole fur and purple bat wings. Mont Blanc. Not that we look like that, Kupo. Quickest route into Dalmasca is via the One River and its western tributaries. If Mont Blanc is bound for Rabanaster, he will seek passage from the Glittering Basin. On the Yangsha. Go Meteor. Alright. Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc, what were you thinking? Have you any idea what you put your brother through? He has been worried sick. Both Herdy and Ramza were right all along. I am a failure, a flop, a flailing, flapping, foppish failure. Kupo, how could I play part of the hero if I cannot even ruffle the feathers of a single measly bird? Well, there were two. The audience would see right through me like the spineless jellyfish I am. Now wait, Mont Blanc, not everyone can be a hero, not even most heroes. Yes, the bards sing of the man who deals the final blow, but what of his cadre of loyal companions? Do you think Delita united Ivalice on his own? Do you think Zillia here was alone when she liberated Alamigo? You're never alone on the battlefield. Not all wars are won on the front lines. That's true. But of course they are not. Every campaign needs its brilliant architect, the mastermind who moves the pieces across the board. I, Mont Blanc, can be that mastermind. That was quick. Let us not dwell on the details. A day is saved and Mont Blanc has escaped. Sans scratch or singe to show for it. We should return to the Prima Vista before our luck runs out. So back to Kugane. Market. These guys again. Please, this ship is a place of peace. Please, my sister, you will answer to me. When the cat's away. Put that damnable thing down, Ramza. You're not helping matters. We have no quarrel with you or yours. We only seek aid in finding our leader, Bagaman. You seek our help? You who threatened to kill my father, who stole his work and made fools of us all? Never. Never. Silence, Ramza. They have Alma. We will hear what they have to say. As I said, we have no quarrel with you. We only did what was necessary to secure an audience. We surrender our weapons and offer you journal as an act of good faith. Kill them, they're unarmed. I wouldn't put past little shit. This is all rather a lot to digest, but your claims do coincide with what we have learned about the Aura site. You're saying that crystal did something to our captain? After being emptied of Argoth's will, the Duma sought that of another to sate its appetite for ether. You're saying the crystal ate our captain? Yeah. Not his body, no, only his soul. Oh, okay. Well, you know. You don't need both, right? His soul. Tell me, what in your opinion was your leader's deepest desire? What was it that he longed for above all else in this world? Why waste your breath reasoning with these lizards? They showed themselves for the beasts they are when they put a knife to your throat. Why needs to pop that kid? First mole bats, now lizards. This one's tongue is pure poison. Boy can call us what he pleases. For our past failings, we deserve no better. Your failings? 30 summers have come and gone, yet not a night goes by that I do not wake and sweat at the memory. We were fusiliers in the Dalmascan army, stationed in the royal stronghold at Nalbina. Necrohall hasn't happened. Nalbina Fortress was reputed to be impenetrable. Its fall to the 14th Legion proved a turning point. No, the 4th Legion proved to be a turning point in the Imperial campaign, dealing a crushing blow to Dalmascan morale and ultimately marking the beginning of the kingdom's end. Bagamnan was our captain, and once it was clear the day would not be ours, Prince Rasler, commander of the garrison in Albina, tasked him with one final mission. The unit was to escort His Highness's twin sister, the Princess Ashilia, away from the fortress and thence to safety. But things did not go as planned. I still remember the words she uttered as she lay dying in the captain's arms, but a stone's throw from where the Garamscythe waterway drains into the sea. Even as the fog of death descended upon her, she smiled and told us, the very people who had failed her, to survive, for as long as even a single Dalmascan stood, our nation would never truly perish. But it should not have been us who survived. By failing to protect our charge, we betrayed the princess and her memory and brought shame upon our race. So yes, we are not but cold-blooded lizards, deserving of whatever scorn you deign to heap on us. I think we may safely assume a deep-seated hatred towards the invaders of his homeland, coupled with self-loathing born from a sense of powerlessness. The darkness that lurks in the heart of Bagamnan is little different from that which drove Argath, the self-same emotions that were to nourish the Duma. Okay. Stop speaking in riddles, Charlian. She's saying your brave captain will eventually turn into a monster, or rather more of one. Okay. Garlean lies. They say it's true. If we do not find Bagamnan and the Duma soon, none of us are safe, present company included. Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Any at all? Wait, look at this. Something has been added to the final page of my journal. And the captain must have put it there. Only he had access to it until we found it in the pack he left behind, that is. Is this Dalmascan? Indeed it is. It says Ridorana. Oh, you can read it. The Lighthouse? Why would he write that? And then the old man's journal, no less. There's a place on the Valnard Sea, far to the south of Rabanasta, where the ocean tumbles into a gaping maw more than a mile across, the Ridorana Cataract. Legend would have us believe that it is the entrance to the Hell of Water. Really cool visual in FF12. Many a scholar seeking to prove otherwise has descended into the chasm, some even by airship, but not a one has returned. Must admit to knowing little of Ridorana save that which Lady Makoto shared with us. Before we expend valuable time and resources traveling to so remote place, I must review my notes and see if there is any mention of the Abyss. We shall share our findings as soon as we learn aught of interest. Desire. Genomus and his son are ready to present their findings on Ridorana. Studies reveal that Ridorana is the name of both a massive gap in the southern Valnard Sea and the lighthouse once manned by the Royal Dalmascan Navy to prevent ships from succumbing to the cataract's currents. I stress once manned, as the tower has lain empty since its candlekeepers abandoned their post after the fall of Rabanastre, but if Pharaoh Sirius offers any indication of what can befall a lighthouse in the absence of its caretakers. Yes, but the real question is how all of this ties in with the Ivalician legend. Cursory examination of the Zodiac Brave story reveals no mention of a Ridorana. Yet it seemed foolish to assume that name could change in the centuries since the tale was writ. I thought the cross-reference text on modern Ilzabardian history with our translations of the Durai papers. And after an exhaustive re-examination of my ancestors' notes, I discovered there was not a single entry on Ridorana. And while mention of the Valnard Sea was abundant, I found no reference whatsoever to any cataract or lighthouse within its waters. Brahms's discovery prompted me to examine the mystery from a different perspective. What if there were no mystery at all? What if, at the time of Delita's rise, the chasm did not yet exist? There's more, but only a visit to the lighthouse will enable us to confirm our theories with any certainty. Ooh. The Ridorana lighthouse lies far from civilization. You would be wise to provision for the trip here in Hingashi. An adventurer always comes prepared. An adventurer usually comes prepared. I shall return soon. Of course. Usually. I'll be back. There you go. Similar, but it's definitely different. The Ridorana Lighthouse. I want to go back and play 12 again. Something is very wrong here. Perhaps it is best if we split our fellowship into two parties, one to delve into the tower's depths and one to observe from afar. And as acting expedition sub-leader, I appoint you captain of the first. You may use this spyglass to aid in your search for the missing lizard. Damn it, brother, where are you? Where's Backgammon? Been on the map. The location appears to offer an adequate view. Climb up and scan the area for any sign of Begamin. The Bonga captain is somewhere on the island. Find him before it is too late. That was quick. You found him. Let me see. He needs our help. Prince Rassler, Princess Ashelia, I know you cannot forgive me. Nor should you. It is my fault. I could not save you. Could not save anyone but myself. I am so sorry. Begamin, wait. Traitors, have you no pride? You treat with the very men who laid waste to our homeland. You are mistaken, brother. There are no Imperials here. We've come to help. I mean, technically the troop is Imperial, aren't they? Like... I know what I see. My own kin sided with the enemy. How dare you stay my audience with the princess? The Duma. Yeah, you a Duma, alright. It has him, Kupo. It's showing him what he wants to see. Witch, murderess. At Libya. Gunfire. Begamin. Begamin. So this is the end. Recite the word, satisfy the covenant, relinquish thy soul unto me, and be granted that which thou desirest most in the world. Sword in hand, a warrior clutches stone to breast. Look at me, brother. Look at me. Look at me. And sword etched T, his fading memories. Don't you die, not yet. And stone his tempered skill. We promised we'd all go together when our time came. You can't leave us here. By sword attested, by stone revealed. That light, where have I seen it before? Oh no. Oh no. It's like an allergic reaction to something. Something's wrong with your arm, man. Whatever you are doing, you need to leave the lighthouse right away. Right away, do you hear? It is as we feared then. Bagamnan's soul is lost. Annihilation. A solid plan of action must be devised before facing the Banga transformed. Much as I wish it were otherwise, I fear Bagamnan is beyond saving, yet we cannot suffer what is left of him to become a distraction. Father, is now not the time to abandon this quest? We are meddling with forces beyond. Enough, Alma. We adults are talking. While Zilly was searching for the lizard, I inspected an area of exposed foundation at the base of the lighthouse. And? And you were right, Father. The lighthouse is built squarely atop the ruins of what can only be the clockwork city of Goog. The what work city of who? According to the Zodiac Brave story, the clockwork city of Gog was in a metallic metropolis wherein airships, automata, and other technological marvels of the age were first conceived. Little is said about its location, however, save that it was far away. While the Durai papers do not say a great deal more, they do mention that the land upon which the legendary city was built was severely limited, an inconvenience that forced its inhabitants to build up rather than out. Led me to ask myself, what if the reason land was limited was because the land in question was an island? But that still would not explain the omission of the cataract. It is inconceivable that the authors would neglect to mention so prominent a landmark had existed. And then I found it, a lone passage regarding Goog's fall. While the particulars were missing, it appears the city was abandoned after an explosion left half of it in ruin. I believe that this explosion may have undermined a portion of the seabed. It need only have been a small area at first, one that could well have gone unnoticed during the exodus. Time passed, however, the waters would have continued to wear away at the rock, slowly widening the gap, until we have what lies beneath us today. This would explain why there is no mention of the Ridorana prior to the present era. Come, Father, will you not tell them the rest? The possibility that we Garleans are descended in part from the displaced citizens of Gog. It would explain how the Empire was able to forge its armies of iron even before the discovery and application of Allagan technology. It may also explain why the legend of Ivalice has resonated with our people for centuries, despite the fact that the Lost Kingdom was, as far as we can tell, in quite a different corner of the world. An interesting if somewhat ambitious theory, but to return to your original claim, it is your belief that the Ridorana Lighthouse stands atop what is left of that necklace. Where did you get it, girl? It was my mother's. Your mother's? It is my late wife's most cherished possession. Why do you ask? Bagamnan had a talisman he would wear beneath his jerkin. He refused to take it off, even when bathing. He said it was special. I only saw it a few times, but it looked exactly like the one your daughter wears. And? What are you implying, Lizard, that my sister stole it, or my late mother? Neither. I spoke of their similarity, that is all. You believe the nerve of this boy? Yeah, somebody needs to slap that kid. Hey, abuse. Enough, Ramza. Our guests are merely concerned for the well-being of their kin. But what of our kin? What of them, Ramza? Do you imagine our kin to be better than theirs in some way, or anyone else's for that matter? I apologize, Father. He's kind of an ass. We have but one purpose, son, and that is to prove the existence of Ivalice and clear our family's name. Do not allow anger or hate to lead you from that path. Now, we have a lost city to explore. And you can understand it when his dad was missing too, like, but now like his dad's here. Like, stop being an ass. Ridorana Lighthouse now available. Now accessible. Alright. South of Rabanaster, in a remote corner of the Valnard Sea, gapes a fathomless maw that for centuries has slowly devoured the world around it, Ridorana. Whether you believe the cataract natural wonder, a demon-torn gate to the very underworld, journeys to her edge should be made with the utmost caution, seeing as none who have stumbled into the darkness have ever returned to tell their tale. An ancient spire once used by the Dalmaskins as a lighthouse rises defiantly above the churning waters to warn forethoughtful and foolhardy alike. It is into this spire that the transformed Bagomnon has fled. It is into this hell that you must follow. Ridorana Lighthouse. Good glam there. Oh, I have no idea what we're doing. We're going in blind. Did Bagomnon the Duma give life to that creature? Manfred! Tide pod. What was that? Tiny cannonade. Take it. Tsunami! Why'd you turn him towards me, dumbass? Thanks for that, you know. No, I didn't die, but... What the hell? Well, I died on that one. Yeah, like, does he just, like, go in a general direction with it? Or do they keep turning him towards me? I was just running around stuff and he was pointed the other direction. I don't know, I'm gonna look back at it. Don't think I won't. Thank you. Where the hell is he? Stop pointing him at me. Hey. Hey, damn it. something. Oh no, got Doritos. We gotta stack up. I didn't realize I had gotten Doritos. Water 4. I'm just going ham on him. Rather run through the water than get hit by the tsunami thing. I mean, I could be completely mistaken, but it seems like they're turning them. I mean, I don't know if they're even doing it on purpose, but. Right. Loot. Loot. Nice. Now, I mean, we don't really need the gear. Because we're going to do tombstone gear, but might as well. Some of it like might look nice. Blam, baby. Going up. Oh, it looks nice. It does bear a striking resemblance. Bunnies. Can't see past that. No? There's like exploding. Explosion! Well, I still look good, that's all. Heat is almost unbearable. Could this be the heart of the lighthouse's beacon? Elias, the Gigas. And a raid one? Time eruption. What the hell are we supposed to do? Okay. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know what it did there, but I didn't get hit, so that's good. For this, I'm just sticking with everybody. Yeah, we'll have to look up the mechanics at some point. I like to play it blind the first time. What am I supposed to do if those grab me? Okay, they're going to the wall. I don't know, so far so good. I'm enjoying it. I guess we gotta kill these things. How are they spreading them out? Well, I might tank it at some point, so... we'll look into it before that becomes a thing. What do we do with those? Okay, I'm gonna let other people deal with those. I'm not gonna go step on something I don't know what it's supposed to be. I thought it was a tower at first, but nobody else went to them, so... Like, we wipe, we wipe. If we get those, we run to the wall, right? Oh, whoops. I ran right into somebody, didn't I? I got hit with some kind of debuff and all my stuff's really slow now. Okay, they're pointing the clocks out. Okay. I get it. I don't know if I'll remember by the time we do this again, but I get it. Gotcha. Yeah, so far so good. I mean, I died that one time, but I swear that wasn't my fault. I mean, it could have been, like, I don't know, he might turn randomly, in which case, like, how the hell am I supposed to know? Like, they turned that boss into me. So far, so good. Better than last time. Not bad for a blind run, but I'm sure we still have quite a bit to go. Yeah, let's not get full of ourselves. We might just start wiping left and right. Okay, what is this? What are we supposed to be doing? We attack? I thought they were going to do some kind of attack, though. Yeah, it just adds. Just the way they were all lined up, it was like, oh, this looks suspicious. And plus, nobody was attacking. Oh, he's attached to something. I see it. Is that what I missed? Are they all attached to something? Rude scrolling. These are our most caution. I can't target him yet. Okay. Be prohibited. Everybody's running. The hell is it? Initiating subject dismissal. Okay, everyone's running to the corner. Let's go to the corner. Oh, I can't stand in this guy's like AoE thing. We've done like no damage to this guy so far. Oh, nice. Just circle behind him. But we just gotta get good, that's all. The hell is this? Why does my HP say 1? Multiples of 3. I don't know what's going on. Multiples of 4. Well, I mean... Oh, okay, well... It's addition. Well, it said multiple, so I was like multiplying. I didn't realize there'd be math involved. Like, reading it off the chat, I have 1, it says multiples of 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Can't target him anymore. It's just straight wide. Okay. I didn't realize there would be a math test. And it also, like, it's It's like incorrect. This is a DPS check. What am I supposed to do with the flashing thingy? Get away from me, damn it. Okay, this is AoE, okay. It's like Ozma, yeah. Like, takes forever and then just like, I mean, there's no math involved with Ozma. What is subtract? 3. Okay, what's the question? Specified multiples. The primes. Take so much health away if I got it right. Hey. Hey, it gave me a big check mark. It still took like most of my health away. I mean, next time I'll know to look whether it says addition or subtraction. Like, I wasn't paying any attention to it. I didn't realize, like, what is with this expansion? They had the one with the Bardom's Metal. Like, I hated that tutorial boss or whatever. Let me kill stuff. Hey, I don't mind that. Like, I just didn't know it was coming.
Long have I waited for this moment, Garlean swine. Come! The blood of my fallen brothers feeds my hate!
Must be me not ready. Watching the cutscene. Gotta say, kind of an improvement. Get this loot.
The Empire is a cancer! And I am the Father's blade! I'll tell you, that problem! Escape this!
that seemed like it was gonna hit everybody.
Your suffering is not yet over.
I didn't see what that was called. His donut. I can't see what. Am I magnet? I'm plus. Where's? What am I supposed to do with the plus? I don't see where the minus is. Okay, well, whatever it was, I did it right. That or it just didn't take it much away from me. I didn't see... Well, normally you're like tethered to somebody when you do the magnet thing. What the hell is he doing?
Your suffering is not yet over.
Oh, you go into the opposite color? So I just happened to be right. Okay. Okay. I can't deny. Because I was red and I was in the blue. So the ground's magnet. Okay, I get it. Hey, sometimes better be lucky than good. I don't know. I'm probably playing with people right now who don't know what to do with it. They've probably done this a million times. Have you played this game? Hey.
Your pain is my pleasure.
Where do you go if you're tethered? So I don't have time to read it right now. Okay, we need to go to blue. Where's the blue? Okay. Okay, yeah, now I see him on the ground now. I see the little signs on the ground. Yeah. Okay, I thought I did something wrong there real quick. Like, no, we're all flying around. Okay.
You will pay for what you have done with blood.
I assume we just kill the ads. I'm in Alliance C, but nobody's over here, so. I don't guess it matters so long as we kill them all, right? Oh, it's Yazamat. I didn't realize it was Yazamat. I need my Yagyu blade. Yagyu dark blade. Don't stop. Didn't stop. Made it pop.
Skipped me in this life, but I shall be waiting in the next.
That wasn't bad. You could do without the math test, but I don't mind. I just have to remember if I'm here that it says whether add or subtract. Nice. Look at us. We awesome. Yeah, we something. Hey. Okay. Or a site. They like not really his kids, or they like Mother's necklace, but what is it doing here? Unless, are they like the actual two people that were there, and like they just like long lived or spirits or something from the crystal, and like he's all like, I'm gonna get back in power, and she's all like, well, we don't really need to do this. And they just convinced the crazy guy that while he was crazy that they were his kids. I don't know. We'll see. That's my guess. Mother's necklace, but what is it doing here? Unless. Alma, Alma, are you there? I'm here, Ramza. Extraordinary. The stones are different, but the craftsmanship is identical. However, did it come to be in Bagomnin's possession? Though they are indeed of a different shape, the stones appear to be cut from the same crystal. Oh, they are. Orosite. Orosite? What makes you say that? Can't you feel it? You can feel it, can't you, Hurdy? Do you recall me telling you that Bagomnin considered the necklace special? It was special because it was entrusted to him by Prince Rassler. He was to return it to Princess Ashelia upon delivering Her Highness from Nalbina Fortress. The family keepsake. Of course, in each necklace, each Orosite has acted as a lodestone, drawing both of our parties closer and closer to Ivalice. Indeed, Father, the Orosite guides us. Ramza, are you recovered? Thank you, sister. I am well now. From what we know of Duma and the Odious, vestiges of one's will may endure in an Orosite. Could it be, then, that the desire of the former owner or creator of these necklaces was simply to return to Ivalice? But who could that have been? Godbert. Ramza Bold. He wanted people to return to his homeland and uncover the truth behind the kingdom's founding. But then why show us Lasalia and Goog, you ask? Simple, we are being tested. The Orosite is measuring our worth, seeing if we are deserving of that truth. You say these things as if you knew them, but how could you? Nothing we have uncovered suggests anything of the kind. I know you have your doubts, but I can assure you they are misplaced. For now, I must ask you to trust me, Lady Murula. Lady Murula? Since when did you get hit over the head and become, like, not an ass? Ramza, are you feeling quite yourself? Of course I am, sister dearest. I have never felt better. He's possessed. Somebody hit him with the hammer. I sense a disturbance in the ether. Father, these necklaces are gifts, gifts from the old gods who once watched over the Ivalicians. As it is proof we have their blessing. With the necklaces and the odious, we can finally prove. Thank you. I know now what came over me. Yeah, shouldn't you know not to touch stuff after the thing with the bracelet, with the necklace? Like, come on, man. Ramza, you must rest. Leave me be, Alma. Did I not tell you I'll be fine? They projections of the aura site. Ashi Ugane. Another adventure under our belts, eh, Zilly? I'd best put pen to page before the details fade. Thessalia and now Goog. One would think our discovery is more than sufficient to prove the Lexentale's claims, at least with regard to Ivalice's existence. Something tells me that until Genomus has proof that his ancestors were not the heretics the Church painted them to be, he will not rest. And then there is the curious case of Ramzad, Alma's throat one moment, all Sister Dearest the next. He was like a different person when he came to, yet I seem to be alone in wondering exactly what happened to him back at the Lighthouse. If you ask this lady, he must have taken quite some bump to the head when he fell. Then again, it didn't take him long to turn back to his spiteful little self, so all's well that ends well.